It's been a week since I was back in Spain, and I thought today I'd just share some pictures that I've taken on my Ricoh GR3. Um, some are landscapey, some are street photography, whatever you interpret that to be. And I thought I'd talk a little bit about how the project as a whole is coming along. And if you don't know, I was there for 3 months in 2022, shot everything on film, and I've still got loads and loads and loads to develop. So is a change in the format that's going to affect the direction of the project? I don't know. We can talk about it. As you can see here, there's quite a few roles left to develop from 2022. Obviously with film prices and even something that people don't talk about, you know, processing, developing, and just lab prices in general are really expensive in the UK. So obviously it's taking me a little bit of time to get through that. That being said, shooting my Ricoh last week was such a breath of fresh air, and I don't want to keep talking about this camera because it's not about the camera, it's about the pictures. But if you ever shot in Spain, especially on the streets, I spoke to a few friends over the week about it. It's really difficult, especially on the islands, because people are more closed off and people are a little less, you know, it's not like in the UK where people are a little less used to like these sort of things happening. So it is difficult. But with what the Ricoh allowed me to do that my Leica wasn't allowing me to do in the in the 3 months I was there originally, is get really, really close to people and have that, gain that more of a connection with the pictures. I think a lot of the Leica, you know, the film pictures that I took, because they were on my Fuji as well, not that I don't love the photos and not that I don't think they're great, and essentially they're for me, so it doesn't really matter, but there was a little bit of like, you do lose, it's the distance, you know? I can put a few up so you can see what they look like. And as I say, I don't want to keep bleating on about this camera, but the images that like you get from a little point and shoot camera are like, it's really annoying how good they are, because it's like, why the did I not have this years ago? Why did I not just buy one, even when I was shooting film, just for them walks to the coffee shop when I was in Spain, just for those walks to the beach when I can't be bothered really to just have something around my neck. And I know I love my Leica, but like, it's true. Like, sometimes I just don't want the burden of like having to carry it around absolutely everywhere, as much as it's my favorite camera, you know? But anyway, enough waffling. Let's just see how it goes. I'm not going to put any deadline on this project. I think that's a really important thing to do when you're making anything creative. Like, when you start putting pressure on, yeah, you've got to have an element of like, right, it's got to be done at some point. But once you start putting pressure on, like, you know, I want to do a book, I want to do a zine, I want to do this, I want to do that, that's when it starts to become a bit rushed and forced. So I'm not going to be doing that. But if you are interested, I do have a mailing list that you can sign up to, and that's probably the first place that people are going to find out if there is going to be anything in the near future. I know people have asked about other projects, but we can do another video on that. So yeah, enjoy the pictures. I really, really enjoy these ones. So let me know what you think. Any that you like, let me know in the bottom, in the comments. So yeah, appreciate it.